Good morning, everybody. Pleasingly, New South Wales has already completed 86.7% of first doses in our 16 and over population, and we're inching closer to that 90% first dose and looking forward to that important day. In terms of second doses, we're up to 62.9%. So we'll definitely hit that target by Monday, the 11th of October, of opening that day. So I ask everybody to remember what you can do at 70% and make sure we stick to the rules then. In terms of 12 to 15-year-olds, we have 47.6% who've received their first dose, given that's only been available for a couple of weeks. Can I thank all the parents and students and young people who've come forward to get vaccinated? These vaccine rates are continuing at good pace, and pleasingly yesterday, as Dr Chant announced, anybody in New South Wales over the age of 12 is now able to receive a Pfizer or a Moderna vaccine from their GP or a pharmacist or from a New South Wales health hub. And we really want to make sure that if you're someone who hasn't had any vaccine, please come forward and get vaccinated. Don't wait. It's better for you, your loved ones, and also for the greater community. And I urge everybody who hasn't had that vaccine to come forward and get vaccinated. Pleasingly, I can announce today that schools will resume 1 week earlier than we'd anticipated. When we set the date for schools opening on the 25th of October, we did it for two reasons. Firstly, to provide certainty for parents and school communities, and secondly, to make sure we'd already surpassed that 70% double dose figure. We didn't realise at that stage how quickly New South Wales residents would take up the opportunity to get vaccinated. So this is a safe way of resuming schools, but the staggered approach will remain in place. So the education team have been dealing with the health team for some time now, and whilst we can bring that week forward, the start date forward by a week, which I know is welcome relief to students, teachers and families, the staggered system, the staggered recommencement will still be in place. Schools feel better in having that staggered resumption, but at least all students, irrespective of what year they're in, can look forward to returning to face-to-face learning a week ahead of schedule. And obviously, the New South Wales government, on the basis of health advice, will also be giving good advice to schools on what happens if there is a case. We want to avoid disruption as much as possible, but when all the teachers are vaccinated, a large proportion of 12 to 15-year-olds are vaccinated, that will change the way in which we deal with cases potentially at school, and there'll be further advice provided in relation to that matter. I also want to foreshadow, whilst we won't be announcing anything today, that the government is considering bringing some things forward from the 1st of December to 80% double dose. They won't be major things, but there will be tweaks. And we'll announce that once we get to 70% double dose. But I do want to foreshadow, I know there are a number of people in the community who've asked for us to consider certain things, and health is considering those things. And if it's safe to do so, we'll be able to resume some of those activities at 80% as opposed to 1st of December, I should say. And finally, I'm really pleased to have the New South Wales Treasurer here with us. The New South Wales Government takes enormous pride in supporting our business community during what has been a very difficult time. And whilst there are certain sources of funding which the Commonwealth understandably is not providing beyond a certain point, the Treasurer has done a lot of work as to how we can continue to support small businesses during this difficult time, especially between 70 and 80%. And I just want to emphasise again what we've been saying week on week. We're all looking forward to that 70% double dose Monday the 11th of October, but between 70% and 80% double dose, which we anticipate will only be 2 or 3 weeks, we ask everybody to be extra safe, extra cautious. Yes, it's fantastic we'll be able to do so many more things we hadn't been able to do before, but at the same time, we need to be cautious until we get to that 80% double dose vaccination. So now Dr Chant will provide the health update. The Treasurer will give some good news to businesses across New South Wales, and then we'll take your questions. Thank you.